All right, question number 4. This time things are changing just a little bit. So we have q of x is equal to 11 over 4, and then it has a negative x power. Okay, so since 11 over 4, if you divide this, is greater than 1, what that graph would traditionally do is the exponential growth going through that point 0, 1. However, since it is flipped, this negative, this makes all the x values negative. So everything, all the x values associated is going to flip over, and this is also going to flip over. So the thing that the negative does, it makes it look like decay. It just flips it. So if you have growth, it changes to decay and vice versa. So that's the thing that you need to be mindful of when you see a negative variable. So it just flips it across the x-axis. So this graph, even though it looks like growth because of the negative, it flips it, so it's going to look like decay. And it will still go through 1, 0 because there are no shifts, no horizontal shift, no vertical shift. So this one looks correct, and that's the only one that will match. Alright, same thing for number 5. Okay, so you have 2 over 3. 2 over 3, this is 2 over 3, which is less than 1. This would traditionally decay, but because of the negative x, it's going to flip across the x-axis, so it's going to look like growth. Again, no horizontal shift, no vertical shift, so it should still go through the point 1, 0. So it was decay, but now the negative flips it to be growth. And this one down here in the bottom left is that. Alright, and then number 6. So this one has it's an added layer of difficulty, but it's about the same as what we've been doing. So number 6, a couple different ways I would recommend for you to write this. First, the 15 over 4, since it's in the denominator, I would recommend that you first rewrite this, x to be out front, so I would write negative x plus 1 so I can see the shift, and then I would factor out the negative so you can see it a little bit better. So if I factor out the negative, this would be 1 over, it would be 15 divided by 4, and I will pull out that negative, so dividing both of these by negative, so their signs are going to change. This will become x plus 1. Okay, so what happens with the negative exponent? It gets moved to the opposite location of the fraction. So instead of me seeing this as a fraction, I can write it as 15 over 4 with positive exponents of x plus 1. So this is what we're really looking at. So 15 over 4 is exponential growth. The plus 1 will shift it left 1. So it will not go through the point 0, 1. It will go through negative 1, 1 instead. So that's what I'm going to look for. I'm looking for exponential growth because this is bigger than 1. It's now positive, so it didn't get flipped if I moved it with some algebra, with properties of exponents. So it's still growth. It shouldn't go through 0, 1. It got shifted left 1. Should be left 1. Oh, okay, so that's what I did. When I factored this by negative, I left the sign the same on the 1. So this should be a negative 1. So actually, it gets moved to the right 1. I got to be careful, because minus is going to go right. So it should go to the point 1, 1. Okay, so I got to be careful with that. So when I factored out negative here, I changed the sign on the x, but I didn't change the 1 on the y. So this is the one that we're looking for. So instead of 0, 1, it got moved right 1, and now it's going through 1, 1.